Since 1994, I've spent almost all my summers here in Florence at Villa La Pietra with a group of students from New York University and other schools. Our students have the fortune not only to study on the grounds of Villa La Pietra, but also to live here. And honestly, for most of them, as it is for me, it's like being in the Garden of Eden for 6 weeks. It's the most magnificent scenery that you can imagine. And it's really important to achieve that sort of total Italian experience that includes the smells, the flavors, the colors, the taste of Italy.
The summer is a wonderful creative time when students, faculty, and professional artists can be found in every corner of the garden of Villa La Pietra. Before students arrive, they tend to believe that La Pietra is a campus, and it is a campus. But what it really is the home, the estate of 3 families over the course of history, comprised of Villa La Pietra, a 15th century villa filled with the private collection of a collecting family from the early 20th century, and 4 other villas which are used as classrooms and dormitories and a conference center. In addition to which there are gardens, historic Renaissance revival gardens that surround the main villa, but also olives, orchards, a kitchen garden, and farm buildings, which are actually used by students as classrooms and performance spaces during the summer.
One of the most impressive things about the program are the courses themselves. Since they're so unique to the country and to the city, they're a very integral part of our learning experience. So one day we'll be having class at the Uffizi, next day town hall, we'll meet up in San Marco, or we'll talk in the Mercato with locals to learn Italian. It's a really bonding experience, and I wouldn't have had it anywhere else.
Teaching at ISTO in Florence is a great pleasure, and I'm really lucky because while my colleagues in the rest of the world needs lights, I have the masterpieces at any day, at any class that can be appreciated and loved by my students. So it's a great honor to use the city in such a way.
The culture in Florence is just magnificent, and I feel like it's a really good chance to actually live here and not be a tourist for 6 weeks and really experience and understand Italian culture and how everything turned out the way it has.
Florence is, as everybody knows, the cradle of the Renaissance, so many of the courses that we teach here have to do with the Renaissance. But we also have courses that deal with different aspects, including opera and social and economic history of Italy from the Middle Ages until today. We try to provide our students with a well-rounded perspective about what Italy was and about what Italy still is today. To really share with our students not only the culture of Italy, but also many different aspects. We travel together to different cities. We visit museums and sites together. We go see operas, ballet. We share the food. We talk about food culture in this country that is such a fundamental aspect of it. And it's really the life of a learning community, something unusual and probably impossible to achieve while we are on campus back in New York.
My favorite thing about this program was probably our teachers, because for the first time in my educational career, I felt like the teachers were like more of our friends, and instead of just teaching the courses, like they had a bunch of activities that we could do outside of class, like cooking classes, and they also accompanied us on all of the class trips to Rome and Parma and Ravenna, and they would like actively explain things to us in the cities that they were passionate about.
What we do in these excursions is that we really make the experience part of the curriculum. The students are normally enthralled and excited about seeing also cities that are different from Florence, that are normally smaller, not as well known. Each of these cities for them is a discovery.
As a non-NYU student, I felt so welcomed by this incredible community. I love our campus and getting to experience Florence. And I would say that my favorite part of this summer experience has been all of the small cities that we've gotten to visit with the program that I would have never encountered before, from Sabbionetta to Parma. The food, the history, the art, the people. It's been such a great time.
I have grown in such a way culturally. I think things that I would have never imagined that I could understand as far as Florentine culture, art. While aesthetically it's beautiful, knowing the history, being a part of it, walking in these towns, Mantova, Parma, I think it was the most humbling experience ever.
What is still so exciting for me after more than 20 years that I've been doing this is the ability to share with my students my love for my country and to introduce them to a kind of beauty that they will find only here, but I'm sure that they will bring everywhere they go. And in turn, they will become somehow announcers of what they've seen, and when they go back to the States, the experience will change them, I am pretty sure, forever.